So now that you know that there's all different sorts of whiskeys, let's start with Scotch. It's probably one of the more complex ones because they could be aged in any type of barrel. Sometimes they're aged in a sherry barrel. Sometimes they're aged in a barrel that was once used for storing bourbon. All different sorts of variables make Scotch a very complex but very enjoyable spirit to drink. So where do you start? You obviously don't start with the most expensive or the least expensive, but these little packs are really cool. You get 3 of them, and these 2 are about $20, $25 each. And the great thing is that you have a 12-year-old, a 15-year-old, and an 18-year-old Scotch. That means 18 years it's been in a barrel before you got it. And it's a great way if you want to try a flight, so to speak. Each one of these is a little mini bottle. This is called a dram. It's about 1.5 ounces or 50 milliliters. It's a great way to just try something and see what your tastes are. I'm going to guess that the 18 is going to taste much more complex and you're going to enjoy it a lot more. Not everybody. Some people are going to want to go, this will be too much for them, this will be too little flavor and too much flavor, and they just want something in the middle like 15. But that's up to you, and that's great fun. We were talking about barrels. This one's aged in 2 different types of barrels, and this one on the end is aged in a Caribbean cask, meaning that it was rum was once stored in there. So it's going to impart a sweeter flavor, a different flavor. Things with sherry cask is going to be a little bit sweeter. You're going to taste the sherry. I think it tastes like raisins. If you go the other way with a bourbon barrel, it's going to be a little bit smokier. So what you want to do is you definitely want to get a Glencairn glass. These glasses were specially designed. You may not think it makes a difference, but it does. This glass is a vehicle to help draw the aromas into your nose and the taste, and if you really got to try it. If you can't find one of these, we sell them online on our website. Again, it's called a Glencairn glass. It was invented specifically for tasting spirits. And if you're going to get one of these little gift packs, you get at least 3 of these glasses. This one says Glencairn Club, this one says Acan Journal, and this one's just plain. So this way, in case you mix them up, you know which one you put in each glass. If you can't find one of those, find a glass like this. It doesn't have to be stem, but definitely want a bulb at the bottom. Definitely don't use one of these. This is a shot glass. If you're drinking out of one of these, this probably isn't the show for you. This is about drinking and enjoying fine spirits, not throwing back shots at the bar. I guess if you had to, you could use a rocks glass. But these Glencairns, you could probably find them in the store, $11 each. Again, we sell a whole set online, or you could buy them individually. This one is pretty interesting. This gives you, talking about barrels and finishes, this one gives you 4 different ones. It's got your original. This one's in a sherry cask. This one is in a port cask, which is port is a type of wine. And this one is stored in a Sauternes cask. So try this one first. And what you're gonna, this is just your basic expression of the Glenmorangie whiskey. Then see how it tastes after it's been sitting in a different barrel with a different finish. It's really pretty interesting. This one has 4 of them. It's a great deal, $25. Again, these are $20. You walk into a bar, they're going to charge you $10 for one of these. They're just going to pour you one of these, an ounce, ounce and a half. They're going to charge you $10, $15. And for $15, I think this was $17 with tax, you're going to get 3 different drinks. And you're going to notice that the 17-year and 18-year-olds go for $100 a bottle. You're tasting it. And you just, like I said, you paid $20 or less, or in that area, for the same experience you'd get at a bar or a fancy lounge or anything like that. This is really, really super cool. This is the Johnnie Walker collection, and they just upgraded it. They used to give you Johnnie Walker Red. I mean, Johnnie Walker Red, some people enjoy it, that's fine, but you go to dive bars and they have that, at the very least. This one starts with black. Again, not my favorite. But they also have gold, platinum, and of course the blue. I don't know what the black goes for. It's probably $30, $40. These others are $50, $60. The blue, of course, goes for $200 a bottle. This hoe kit here was less than $95. And you're getting 200 milliliters, which is almost a third of a bottle. So you're getting more than a bottle. Purchased individually, you'd spend well over probably $300, but you're getting the whole collection, or a good variety of their collection, all in one box, all for $100. This allows you to taste a lot of the Johnnie Walker line. Again, super, super cheap. I don't know where you can get this. Is such a fun thing. I can't believe it's only $100. The last thing we want to talk about is tasting itself. You got your Glencairn glass. The first thing you want to do before you do anything else is you definitely want to have some water. Okay? Have some water, clear off your palate, and then get some crackers. You never ever want to eat on an empty stomach. These crackers are great, they're cheap, they're 99 cents a box, and there's nothing fancy about them. This is from the supermarket, it's called Classic Original, but there's nothing on them. There's no sesame seeds, there's no rye seeds, there's no garlic or onion, anything. Get them as plain as you can. I would even encourage you not to use things like saltine, because that has salt on it, and that will affect your palate a little bit. So the way you taste something is you have a glass of water, have a cracker, something dry, plain, have some water, pour yourself a dram, which is your 1.5 ounces or a jigger, and then sip slowly. Smell it first. Is it spicy? Is it sweet? Take a sip. Move on to the next one. And after you bought a couple of these kits, you know, one a weekend or whatever your drinking pace is, you're going to start to decide what you really like and what you really don't like. You're going to come across some stuff like this Elay. This is very, very smoky. I love this stuff. It's creamy, but it's got that heavy peat. Peat is basically decomposing vegetable matter. It doesn't sound so great, but it's like charcoal. They break this apart, they put the barley flat, smoke comes up to roast the barley, they distill the barley, and you get something really, really fantastic if you like that smoky taste. If you don't like the smoky taste, then definitely go with one of these other ones that are finished in a sherry or port cask. There's a whole world of Scotch out there. It can get expensive. It's generally more expensive than some of your bourbons. So give it a shot, play around a little bit, you'll find what you like.